It's my pleasure to have Mr. Ray Negron, who has worked with the New York Yankees for over 30 years and knows Mr. George Steinbrenner very well, and he's a consultant for the Yankees. And it's a pleasure to have you on the show, sir.
Thanks for having me on. It's always a pleasure.
And I've asked everyone their thoughts about George Steinbrenner, the passion, the mercurial nature, but you talked about his heart and his soul.
That's why I will say fondly that he was a great friend of mine. He was my friend, and my conversations with him were literally about life and living and the pursuit of, and I'm proud to have been able to just sit down with him in that way, okay, because that's the way he was. That's the George Steinbrenner I knew. A lot of people didn't get a chance to know that man, but I did, my children did, and I will never forget his hand reaching for me throughout the years, always there, always making sure that I was okay. That's the man that I knew. You know what I'm saying? Could he be crazy in ways as far as running the Yankees and all that kind of stuff? Yes. But that was his passion for winning, his passion for the fans, his passion for New York, and his passion for getting that ring every year. That was very important to him.
Tell the audience, you mentioned the panel discussion, how you met Mr. Steinbrenner. Tell the audience how he really just shaped your life.
Well, everybody knows the story, basically. He caught me doing graffiti one day in 1973 outside Yankee Stadium. He had me arrested, and then within the scope of 15, 20 minutes, went to the jail, got me out, and took me to the Yankee locker room. They gave me a uniform, and I was the Yankee bat boy that night, and that's how we initially met. And after that, he always made sure that I was in the right road, doing the right thing, that I was going to school when I was supposed to. And on occasion, he wanted to see my report card. That was the George Steinbrenner that I knew.
From 1973 till now, how Mr. Steinbrenner revolutionized what the Yankees are all about. Not just the Yankees, but sports business.
Yeah, well, listen, I mean, you look around and you see how many different jobs there are, whether internally within the scope of teams, and you see trainers, you see the additional trainer, you see the video technicians that do video tapings for the teams. You see the health and fitness guy. You see the extra doctors and all that kind of stuff. He brought all this to the game of baseball. These are the kind of things that he made it possible for the game to be opened up in such a large degree that in essence it created a lot of jobs for a lot of people. When I first started with the Yankees, there were maybe 150 people working at Yankee Stadium. Now, how many are there? 2,000? A lot, so that's what we're talking about.
And to talk about the Yankees now, pretty much the quartet, who's the nucleus: Andy Pettitte, Mariano Rivera, Derek Jeter, Jorge Posada, what they've brought to that organization. Talk about how special they are and how possibly all four of them could make the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's a possibility, but it's not about Derek Jeter. It's about the aspect of the New York Yankees. That's what's made the Yankees. You have to have a whole nucleus, and the boss always knew that. Derek Jeter's a good player, fine player. Pettitte, Posada, Mariano. But, it always took great management to bring in great players so that we could, in essence, win every year.
And Gene Michael was no one really talks about, many people don't talk about what Gene Michael, the foundation he set for them to be resurrected in the 90s.
Yeah, but also understand that George Steinbrenner created Gene Michael, okay? Because he's the one that brought him to the Yankees. When his playing days were over, he was the one that said, okay, this is what you're going to do. But I don't know, but you'll learn. And look what he became. So that was George Steinbrenner.
It all goes back to the boss.
You better believe it.
Mr. Negron, pleasure to have you on. So much to talk about. I appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Appreciate it.